Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you all are doing well today. So today I am going to be packing up my box for my 2023 December Daily. And I kind of gave you a glimpse of sorting through, putting away the stuff for my 2022 box, and I pulled some stuff out. And I said I would reveal the theme, not that it's, that secret, but I'm going with mid-century. So mid-century typical, I think technically is the 1950s, but I'm going to the 1950s and 60s because I am a child of the 60s, and so I remember a whole lot of stuff from the 60s, but then again, a lot of stuff from the 50s was still around in the 60s also. So I have my big bin. This is what I keep my stuff in. It's just one of these 12 by 12 bins. I think you can probably get these at any of the big craft stores. I'm not sure where I got this one, maybe even from either from the Crop or a thrift shop or something. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I've pulled out of my stash. I've got these little cut aparts here. Now it's the colors that I'm going with, as well as some of the styles, like this type on these alphas here, and like this Santa here is somewhat vintagey. I'm using that. And then of course these I showed in my video were the stickers that I'm using up, and these are definitely from that period. And then I just think the look of these will work. And then these, I think I just want to use these ones up, these little pebbles ones, even though they're a little bit, I don't know if they're necessarily retro or vintagey looking, but they are to me. So I got to get some of this stuff gone. So I'm just putting the bigger stuff at the bottom of the bin, and then I put the smaller, build up with the smaller stuff. So I pulled out some papers. I do not have a lot of papers from this, so I might have to supplement, since I'm doing a no-spend year, I might have to supplement with book pages, ledger paper, stuff like that, which I do tend to anyway. I've got this is a cover to an old Christmas Carol book. I'm going to use that. That could make a page or two. I've got these two plaid papers here, or gingham papers, a green and a red. I'll use those. And then I've got these are, I think, 6 by 6, these little fun polka dots. So I thought those would work. And then this wrapping paper, to me this looks very vintagey, like this. So I'm going to be using that. I just need to put that aside. I'll show you real quick some of the paper, 12 by 12 papers, because they really have to go in the bottom. So I've got this striped one, and this one, some of the stripes here are glittery. I'm not sure if my camera's picking that up, but it is. And then I've got 2 sheets of this, because I have a whole pack of this, and I just thought with the dots and everything. And most of these are going to be cut up and used, however. Then I've got some of these really fun papers. Now these ones I got at the Crop this year. And look, this is like these animal cookies that are covered with pink and white frosting with the sprinkles. Of course, I've got gumdrops, and I have the sugared gumdrop little beads that I'm going to be using on the dangle on the side. Some peppermints, some sprinkled cupcakes. Just move that to the side. Just this red and white check. And then this is that reminisce paper, a piece of that reminisce paper that is flocked, which anything flocked, that reminds me of the 60s. My parents even had flocked wallpaper in their bedroom, and I used to go and feel the wall because I thought it was so lovely. Okay, then I've got another stripe here, and the colors 50s, 60s, we're talking about turquoise, red, green, pink. I've got this polka dot one, this polka dot one, and now most of these are actually papers, not cardstock, so I might have to actually glue some of these to cardstock to give them a little a little heft if I'm going to use them for pages. And then this one right here. Okay, so I got those are my big 12 by 12s. Then I've got some scrappy papers here. Well, you saw the gingham ones, you saw the polka dot ones. Then I've got just this piece right here. and then some blue and white, and then another piece of blue and white. And then I've got, let's see what else I've got here. I want to pull this stuff out so that I don't lose anything or get it all out of order. Now this is just a piece from a Ideals magazine, but this picture right here is very 60s to me right here. That right there, that looks kind of like the town where I grew up in upstate. Now I said I was going to use this. This is a vintage picture from a child's book. I'm going to be using that. Then I have this little scrap of paper that's definitely vintagey looking. My other red envelope that I didn't use, didn't put in the other bin for my woodland one, which will be 2024 if Jesus hadn't come back and taken us home by then. And then this little scrap of paper. And I'm just, I can't tell you why I'm picking these things particularly. You know, I am, now this was from Julie L. This was a letter she sent me, but I did use a piece of this paper in my this year's 2022 or last year's December Daily, but I think it also will work for the 50s and 60s, so I'm going to use that one. This ball napkin here, and like I said, these are things I'm putting in here, that napkin and that napkin, that may or may not work. That one. But, you know, you like to have a selection. You know, you don't want to just be stuck with what you've got. And then I've got some more wrapping papers here. I've got this one here, which I think is super cute. Right here. And then I've got this one, which again is very atomic looking. That's like certainly 1950s. Now these I cut out of a book, I think. These are all Christmasly, like little Christmas crafts you can cut out and make. So I'm going to be doing some of these. Now I probably won't make the ornaments the way they're supposed to be made because they're three-dimensional, but I certainly will somehow use the images. So I've got that. And here's some more cutouts from a little book, a little Christmas book. I've got this Santa with his reindeer. They're playing cards. And this little girl here with her mail. And then, okay, so then this pack here, this is from Flans, which is a shop on Etsy. I think they might have their own, if I'm not mistaken, they might also have their own website, but I order their stuff. I order stuff from them off Etsy, and they have very vintagey papers. These are little 6x6 pieces of paper, and they are all super retro looking. Oh, well, the ones I bought were anyway. So these are super fun. Can you see the cute little candles and these little Santas? I also do have a lot of real vintage wrapping paper, which I will be using as well. Look at these cute little cats. And then this like atomic Santa in his spaceship. And then these cute little animals. And then this Santa here. Just really super cute vintagey papers. So these are perfect. These are perfect for this book that I'm working on. Look how cute that is. This little girl, she's like dressed like a Christmas tree. Then we have like the Snow Queen here. Look how cute she is with her little snowflakes. And then this one. And then the choir boys. So just a whole bunch of fun papers that I got from Flans. And of course I will be using all of those. Well, I'll be using those. I'm not sure if I'll be using all of them, but I will be using those. So I'm just going to put those aside right now, and I'll put those in. I don't want to waste time. Then I just got some bits and bobs here. These are just from boxes, cardboard boxes from real old ornaments. And then this came from Christmas is a Happy Time. Of course, I'm going to have to cut this down, but this is from a Christmas Carol book. I've got some stamps. Now, the only two stamps that I picked out was this one here. Who is this by? Brenda Walton. Inkadinka this one, because like this ornament right here and the way Season's Greetings is written, I think that will work. And then this one right here from My Mind's Eye, it's called Mistletoe Magic, and the Santas, and this one is a very vintagey one, so I'll be using that one. And then I've got, I want to get all these bits and bobs done before we're going to work on the fun stuff, which is the little box. I've got this blank CD. It's got the clear CD in there. I'll probably make like some kind of shaker pocket with that. Here's another little thing that says ornaments and just some scraps of paper. I think you saw most of this stuff came out of my other video where I decluttered my other box. Now, I've got all these little things. Here's some stickers right here. Some candy stickers. I'm just going to put those to the side. These pieces of paper here, what I need to do is to, and this little journaling card here. Although I think I'm not going to use that one because this is my favorite paper pad in the whole world is crepe paper. What is this one called? Is it Snowy Day? I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, this one with this cute little snowman. I think I'm going to actually make a journal just using that at some time. But all these little pieces of paper, I'm going to actually have to, and I want this here too, this cards and tags packaging, and this packaging from ornaments. I want to put all these little things in a separate little bag and put them in here. I don't like to just throw everything. The paper's fine, but I don't like to throw the small stuff around. And any more stickers that I find, those will also go in a separate sticker bag. So I'm just going to put those aside for now. I've got these cute little tags here, and they're actually cloth, but I like the way they look. I could see a vintage little picture in there. And then I have these, and I have no idea where I got these, although someone might have sent them to me. They are numbers, and these are the numbers I'm going to be using. I'm not sure how I'm going to be using them, but they go from 1 to 32, actually. So they're not calendar numbers, but they are like strips, long strips. And this color pink is perfect for the 50s and 60s. So that is somehow I'm going to incorporate these numbers for my calendar. I have this bag here. This is some, what are these called? Embellishments, just little die cuts. And this is a, I think it's K & Company, and I'm not going to pull them all out, but they're just fun little die cuts, but the colors are right. So I'll see if I can use some of those. And then I've got these numbers also, which I may or may not use, some of these big numbers. So we'll see. I may or may not use those. Actually, I may or may not use anything I'm putting in the box. I'm not holding myself to it. What I do is I just make the box and then, you know, try to make it work. So this is going to be the fun part here. This is the little box with the bits and bobs. And this is what I said really, really helped me this year was to get organized, was to put these small little things in a box. Now these numbers here I'm probably not going to use because I've got, and actually I think I'm going to take these ones out. I'll put all the numbers together. I think I'm not going to use these this year because I'm going to stick with those pink numbers. Now I've just got some very tiny little cut aparts here, and these were cut from wrapping paper that I got at Marshall's. Another gift card thing. This says do not open till Christmas. These are vintage stickers. This was cut from a vintage Christmas card. This says let it snow. This was a tag that was a card that was sent to me. This is cute. It's a little journaling card, and it's got glitter on the outside, and it says Dear Santa. This was made for me, but I love the colors. I'm thinking Rhonda, you might have made this. Rhonda Coleman might have made that for me. I'm not 100% sure. If you made that for me, let me know. And then just all kinds of little things. I've got little tags here. Well, these are journaling cards that I made. I think I just cut them out of paper, but just little tags with vintagey stuff on them. You know, vintage looking, like this car. Excuse me, that car and that car. Ugh, I still have this cough. This. Here's another one of these. So I'll put that with the other one. And I've got these cute little tags here that were sent to me. These are very vintagey looking, don't you think? Like 50s looking. And just like that, these are stickers right here, but the color and the design are very 50s looking. So see what I'm doing? This is a little shaker I made, but the little deer is very vintage looking to me. That came from the Santa Baby collection, that paper. Look how vintagey that looks, right? So I just kind of went through my stash and pulled out stuff that I thought was vintagey. I've got two of these. These are actually cupcake picks, but they're little plastic vintage cupcake picks, so I might use those. And then I have some of these little words here that came from my box this year that I did not use, and then some other little bits like these jingle bells here. I did use those this year in my, I say this year, my 2022 journal, but I can use some again. That just says Santa Claus, and then here's just some little bits and pieces, and they all look very vintagey to me. So I've got to hurry because I don't want to make this video too terribly long. But I just want to show you. These are things that I had already pulled out, and they do get a little mixed up in here in this box, but it works. Trust me, if you have a little box like this, and I also don't have it full enough yet. Once it's full, everything will stand up. I think the problem is I don't have enough stuff. Well, here's a little remnant of tinsel. That's going to go in there because that's fun, right? And then I've got this little gold star. That's going in here. I've got these two flare buttons. One is one of the little elves, and then this is the box of old ornaments. So they'll go in there. Now I have some of these wood veneers here. And I thought I saw some like this one. Look how cool that is for 50s or 60s. And then this one says cheer. Whoops, cheer. Oh, there we go. And I think that would be good too. And then this looks like an atomic star, right? So I'm going to use that. Now these are all deer here, so these ones will probably go in my woodland box with my woodland stuff. So I'm just going to put the veneers in here, and I've got some more veneers here, some more little wood veneers here, and I'm just really quickly going to go through these. Okay, I might use this one. It says ho, ho, ho. And there's some snowflakes, and these little snowflakes look very vintage to me, so I like those. Might be using some of those. I don't use a lot of wood at veneers at one time, so I don't want too many of those. And then this little bag of goodies here. See, these are just bags. Now this I'm definitely going to use. Look, it says Holiday Classics. Well, when we think of the 60s and 50s, we think of records, right? So I've got these cute little stars, but I think I'm going to not use those. No. No, I might add a couple more of these little gold stars because for some reason they're very vintagey looking to me. Happy, Merry, Everything. We'll use that one. And then I'll save some of these other stars. Oh, I'll use this one. It's a little white polka dot, white and gold polka dot star. Well, I'll use that one. And then I'll put this stuff back into the hoard vault for who knows when, right? Who knows when. Or, sometimes when I make my ephemera packets, to sell, I pull from that. So this here is just a little packet. Now this is sentiments, all Christmas sentiments, and I just saw at the top a couple that I might want to pull here. This one, and this. Whoops, jingle. And what does this say? A jolly holiday. These ones right here, they're gonna get in there. And I see you can go real quick. You don't really have to. I mean, if you want to go through everything, you certainly can. I'm just kind of thumbing through real quick to see. I have a lot of stuff in here that's actually more like what I'd say Victorian looking, but that's not the look I'm going for. Now this I think is very vintagey looking, this little frame. So we'll put that in my little box. And you know, you can see, oh look, this shiny bright, definitely, whoops, sorry, definitely this is going in. That's from a piece of wrapping paper. And this one here that says Joyous Christmas, whoop, that's from wrapping paper. And then this one is also from wrapping paper. It just says Merry Christmas, so that's going in there. So I'm just kind of, you know, thumbing through real quick to see what's catching my eye. This is definitely catching my eye. Look at this one. Don't you think that looks right from a department store from the 50s, right? So I'm going to just use those right now. I have my boxes. I know where they are if I need more stuff. But, you know, I like to start with this, and I don't like to be super overwhelmed. So then I'm going to, well, let's get to the real fun one in case I run out of time. That's this one. This is my focal points. This is all my Christmas focal points for making cards or ornaments or anything like that. So this is where some of the good stuff is. Now this top stuff is I put in here from my other, the one I just did. So I have to kind of pick through. And see, here's all these little snowmen cut out. This is from that crepe paper collection that I really love, and I've got some of the paper for, so I'm not going to use those because, like I said, I might want to do a whole journal of that. Now this is definitely vintage looking. These little guys are cut from wrapping paper. Again, I went to Marshall's one year after Christmas, well actually several years I've gone and pulled some of their vintagey papers, so that's going in. And then this here says the Candy Cane Company. These are little cut aparts. No, I cut these from paper too. Yeah, these I cut from paper. This one here, it says the Candy Cane Company. I'm going to use that. That came actually from paper that my sister-in-law gave me my gift. And then I'm going to pull a couple of these tiny little Santas. I cut these from a gift bag that my girlfriend gave me. And I used him in this year's, but I think he's so adorable. He can make the cut again. So let's just go through here and see what else we might just jump out and say, oh, well, that's so retro looking. Actually, these are beaded ornaments that I think these came from a Martha Stewart magazine. So I think I'll go with that. And then I've got this vintage Santa here. So he might go in. Those are vintagey. Here's some more of these little cut aparts from the paper. But I already have some of those. This guy, he's cut from wrapping paper here. So I'll take one of him. He's very vintagey looking. And see, so this is all stuff I use for my ornaments, like I said, or anything like that. Super fun. Okay, now this for sure, let me pull that out. I'll show you what it is. This for sure, this for sure. It's hard for me to show you in this box. I have to look in this box myself, but it's hard for me to show you while I'm going through this box. Oh, there's so much stuff in here. Ooh, these are very vintagey too, and this. See, because I look for the vintagey looking papers at the Marshalls and those places after Christmas, so I've got some great papers. I mean, you'd think for sure that these are actual vintage papers, but they're not. They're just copies. There's these guys right here, these. Okay, so these, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm pulling out here. Come on, Helen, stop. Show your wonderful viewers what you're pulling out here, and stop pulling stuff out. Okay, so we've got this little card here, and it's got these little atomic looking decorations on it. These two trees, these are made, they're pictures, but they're made from fabric. And these are from a 1960s placemat, Christmas placemat. Now all of these, this one, he's a little big. He might have to, I don't know if he's going to fit. Oh yeah, he will. This one right here. This one here. Oops, this says joy. This one right here. This little card here with the sled. And those, the ones that I just showed you, are all cut from wrapping papers. These are little gift tag thingies, and I've got several of them. I don't need that many. I only need one of each. I've got the Santa and this little snowman. So they're going in here. And then I've got this lady here. She's just a little cut apart. And then I've got these are stickers, and these are real vintage stickers right here. So those are, see how my box is filling up now? So this is where it's fun to just, you know, go through this stuff and you know, you just use it on your pages or whatever. So I'm not going to bore you with going through this anymore. I'm just going to tell you. So that's what I have. So in here I have some words. I've got little pictures. I still have to go through these 3 boxes, and I'll just tell you what they are. I'm not going to go through them. This box here is like die cuts, like leaves and stuff like that. But there's some tickets. I would definitely want a red ticket, and I want a aqua ticket because, you know, 50s, 60s, right? Just some little die cut type things, and I'll go through that one and see if there's anything else in there. This one is punched papers. Mostly punched papers, like that one I would use, this little polka dot circle, this little stripe circle, just things like that. These are ones I've cut with various punches, so I'll go through there. And then this one is also just bigger pieces and journaling cards and just various pieces of little papers that I will also go through and add to this box. And then when I've done all that, guys, this little box will just live right in this box here, and I'll have everything in here. So I will, you know, come time when I actually make my journal, like I said, because I don't have any paper, enough paper, I don't think, to make the actual journal pages, because I do at least 31 pages, usually way more than that. I will need to use some ledger paper or other things like that. But this is how I do it. This is going to be my 2023 December daily, the 50s and 60s. Oh, and one more thing. My washi tapes. I did use the same ring that I used last year, and I pulled out some pink and aqua and pastel-y kind of washi tapes. Those will also go in there. In maybe October, when I'm ready to work, I will go ahead and pull this out and start working and have a blast. So I hope that inspires you guys, at least, you know, if you don't start now, but maybe to have a bin for your journal. Just keep everything in one place for your crafting, so that, you know, when it comes time to make your December daily, you've got it all, you know, corralled nicely in one area. So guys, I hope you like the idea. I hope you like the video. Please do give me a thumbs up. I'd really like to see my numbers on this channel grow. So if you think of somebody who might like this video, please share it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, guys, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.